Hi, everybody. So, my name is Blaze, and I have been riding scooters for a few years now. This is actually my second scooter. This is a 2022 Apollo Ghost, and I have 3,786 miles on it. Thank you. Man, people are so polite. And I've learned a lot as I have ridden my electric scooter. So, I thought it would be beneficial to share some of the tips and tricks that I have learned, and I'm hoping that in sharing those things that it'll help all of us be better scooter riders. And if you guys have any tips, by all means add them in the comments on this video. So the big thing that I think makes a difference with scooter riding is body position. Body position is kind of the primary thing that keeps you going, keeps you flowing on your scooters. So right now, and most of the time when I ride my scooter, I'm riding in a neutral body position. So that's going to be with my legs slightly bent. My waist is going to be slightly bent forward as well. And it's going to allow me to ride comfortably. And also when bumps and dips and potholes, like you saw me jump over, if those come up, I'm able to react because I have soft knees. And not like my bones are soft, but I am keeping my knees in a soft stance, not rigid. I'm moving with the road. This is going to help me with stability and riding more comfortably. Now when I'm going downhill, I'm going to bend back a little bit. I'm going to straighten that front leg. And you could have gone. I'm going to straighten that front leg and bend my back leg. So straightening that front leg and bending the back one is something that I do when I brake basically all the time. And it's going to keep me from getting bucked, keep me from lurching forward when I'm braking. And all around, it's going to make my braking much smoother and more stable. Okay, so we've covered those two, but there's other body positions that we want to take into account. So right now, I'm going down a hill, and when we go down hills, we increase our speed. When we increase our speed, we increase our wind resistance. And basically, when I'm in this neutral position, I'm like a wall. So I'm going to want to crouch forward a little bit, bend my legs at the knees again, and this is going to help me kind of cut through the wind a little bit better. And it's also going to put me in a good position to lean backward when I'm braking, like I just had to because the person in front of me is going kind of slow. So it works on actually works on multiple accounts. And that's going to help me with my riding as a whole, going down hills. Plus, it helps us go fast. And, when I'm on a scooter, I want to go fast. So those are kind of our three main body positions when we're riding through everything. You want to keep your grip, you want to keep it soft, you want to keep your knees soft, and you want to work with the scooter. The worst thing that you could possibly do is get tense when you ride. Getting tense when you ride is, especially if you're keeping your arms stiff, your hands stiff, you're going to flex your stem and put it into positions it was not meant to be in. Because of the way that the suspension geometry works on a scooter, you're going to put lateral forces on it away from the way that the suspension design makes it move. So you want to let the stem move underneath your hands. I always have loose hand grips. Well, not the grips on there are not loose, but my hand is actually just resting on the handlebars. The reasoning behind that, like I said, is We don't want to be rigid. It's going to make it so that we're putting extra stress on the stem, which in turn is going to really screw up our scooters over time and possibly lead to breakage. We're actually on the road that I happened to wipe out on my first my first scooter, because I was riding improperly. And you know, people love to fault the manufacturer whenever they have a stem break like that, and I am guilty of doing that. I 100% faulted the manufacturer of the scooter when I broke it, but the reality is I was riding wrong. The handlebars are meant merely as a stabilizer. I don't have a front wheel stabilizer, but my handlebars, that is really all they are beside holding my brake and throttle control. If I were to grip them or give them like a death grip or really just wrench down on them, it would seriously affect the longevity of my scooter, and also it makes riding much more unpleasant. You have to let it move underneath you and you're going to feel more stable. It might sound a little counterintuitive, but that's just the way it works. Okay, rant over temporarily. I'll probably bring it up in the future, but I wanted to bring up going uphill because that's what I'm doing right now, and I have a slight incline coming up here. So when we're going uphill, we're still going to keep our legs bent, but we're going to move and put our hips forward. Mine actually touch the handlebars when I do this, and this is going to spread the weight that you have over your scooter, so that way it's not having to pull you up, it's pushing and pulling. You're sharing the load, and it's going to make it so that it rides smoother. Now, when it comes to braking downhill, notice I go into that braking position, and I'm actually braking using both my front and rear brakes. There's a few reasons why I'm doing it. It's to keep even wear on my brake pads, but also it keeps my braking uniform every time that I do it. I don't have regen braking, so my braking acts a little bit differently, but it helps a lot. Now, I'm going down this hill, and this hill right here, I can usually get to about 40, 41 if I'm not in full gear. But when I crouch like this, I'm letting that wind just roll right past me, and it's helping me to get to, I'm at 35 miles an hour now. When I get up to the turn ahead, I usually am at about 31 to 29 miles an hour. And that's just me standing in that neutral position like this. If I crouch down this whole way, I will be at about 33 to 35 miles an hour, and I love that car. Such a pretty Impala. But that's going to help me to maintain speed because I'm not acting like a wall to the wind. We don't want that. So I get to this turn, and it's nice, it's windy and everything. A lot of fun. But I want to show you, just to recap, the different body positions that we have. So with our braking position, we're going to lean back a little bit, not pulling on our handlebars, just resting them there, and we squeeze our grips and our brakes, keeping those arms loose. Then we have our neutral riding position. Looks like this person wants to pass. We have our neutral riding position right here. We have our aggressive riding position where we bring our butt back, we lean forward a little bit, get low. And then we have going uphill, bringing those hips to the handlebars. Oh, I guess they already moved. Having a mirror on your scooter is real nice. But anyways, practice those things. Change up the way that you ride a little bit, see what helps you, see what doesn't, and give us an update. But I am almost home. That ends my commute. So y'all have fun, be safe, make good choices. Have a great day.